We're here at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas,
Yeah, we're at the very southern end of the strip. But it's one of the most popular resorts in Vegas.
but it's huge. There is so much to see and so much to do. It can be a bit overwhelming when you first step into Mandalay Bay to know exactly where to go and what to do while you're here.
Yeah, but we've been here a couple days and we've figured a lot of things out. So we're going to do our best to show you around and let you know if this is where you should be staying for your next Vegas trip.
Hi, I'm Rico.
And I'm Alex. Welcome to our channel where we are sharing everything we've learned from our travel adventures so you can make the most of yours. We know on our trips, picking the right hotel can make or break your vacation.
Definitely. So as first timers in Las Vegas, our criteria included location, cleanliness, the room itself, amenities such as pools, spa, casinos, what have you, and overall value.
We spent several days researching all the hotels in Vegas to decide which one we wanted to stay at, and we decided on Mandalay Bay.
As we mentioned, Mandalay Bay is one of the most popular resorts on the Las Vegas Strip. It has a beach, it has a wave pool, it has a lazy river, casino, plenty of entertainment, plenty of dining options. So consider this your comprehensive guide to Mandalay Bay. We're talking about basically everything there is to know about this hotel.
We're hoping this video fills in some of the gaps from what we saw. We were researching hotels and we kind of missed out on the vibe of Mandalay Bay and the overall experience. We were not hosted by Mandalay Bay. This is not sponsored or anything. So this is an honest review of everything from check-in to our room to the amenities to the spa, everything.
So we'll jump right on in, but first make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more hotel reviews and travel tips from our adventures.
The Las Vegas Strip is a 4.2 mile long stretch of Las Vegas Boulevard. It's one of the most famous parts of Las Vegas, and it's known for its extravagant hotels, beautiful lights, tons of fun casinos and shows and restaurants.
It's what you think of when you think of Las Vegas, really.
Yep.
When you see all the movies and shows and anything that references Las Vegas, you're probably thinking of a Las Vegas Strip.
Mandalay Bay is located at the very southern end of this strip and is operated by MGM Resorts.
Yeah, and the whole resort is made up of 2 towers and 3 hotels. So the main tower is Mandalay Bay, and this is a 43-story hotel that was built in 1999 and boasts more than 3,200 rooms. The Four Seasons is a luxury option that is comprised of the top 5 floors of this tower, and then the second tower is the Delano Hotel, and it's so that's a separate second tower that is smoke-free and it's an all-suites option.
So let's talk a little bit about what this location means for you. It's about 15 minutes from the airport by car. You cannot walk from the airport to this hotel. It's a 15-minute walk to the Pinball Hall of Fame. It's about an 18-minute walk to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. It's about a 15 to 20-minute car ride from Mandalay Bay Resort to the middle of the strip around Caesar's Palace. But it's also a short tram ride from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur, which is kind of where the action of the strip starts.
Yeah, so being at Mandalay Bay, you're still on the Las Vegas Strip at the very southernmost point of the strip. So you're just far away from like all the main action and crowds and noise that happens on the strip.
Which was actually a selling point for us. This was our first time to Vegas, and I was expecting to be a little bit overstimulated. So we were looking for something that was a little bit outside of the action. However, we're going to get into maybe if we would do this again, where we would stay next time in location to the rest of the strip.
Yeah, just be aware it may take a little bit more time and maneuvering to get to other parts of the strip from Mandalay Bay. So your options for walking from Mandalay Bay are pretty limited. You can make it up to the Luxor Hotel by walking through the shops at Mandalay Bay.
It was pretty direct if you walked from the inside of Mandalay Bay to the inside of the Luxor. I will say we tried to walk from the outside of Mandalay Bay to anywhere, and it was a little bit tricky because the sidewalks end. There's a lot of roads that are just for cars.
I would say you could probably walk up to Excalibur, but anything further than that, you can make it. Just know you'll be tired.
And it'll take a long time.
And you probably won't want to walk back.
But there's also, if you don't want to walk, there's a free tram from Mandalay Bay to the Luxor and to Excalibur. So it goes from Mandalay Bay, you can take a direct all the way to Excalibur, or you can stop at the Luxor along the way, and that was awesome. I will say it ended at midnight, so if you're like a late night person, you'll have to find another way back to the Mandalay Bay after midnight, but it was awesome. We used it almost every day.
We did use it just about every day, and so it takes you to Excalibur, which is not quite the center of the Las Vegas Strip, but you are definitely
decidedly
at the start
not the
of that.
center. It's,
Right.
it's the start.
Yeah, it's the start of that whole area. So you're right across from New York, and from MGM Grand. So that's where that free tram gets you. So while you're there, you might want to consider the paid-for tram option, which takes you from MGM Grand to the Sahara on the north end of the Strip. So
yeah, this is called the Las Vegas Monorail, and you can pick that up at the MGM Grand, like he mentioned, which is just across the street from the Excalibur. We would take the free monorail up to Excalibur, pop over to the MGM Grand, and take the paid monorail, which was about $10 to $13 a day when we filmed. It can take you to several different spots throughout the Strip.
we planned on using it quite a bit, but honestly found it to be a little bit more of an inconvenience and a hassle to get to each monorail station.
Yes, a lot of times the monorail stations are buried deep inside these big hotels, and it's easy to get lost on the different floors, back in the different areas of these hotels. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to.
So not the number one choice, but it might be worth it based on what your plans are for today. You know, so definitely know what your plans are, and if the monorail is going to provide value in your transportation for that. Don't think of it as a system that you can easily just walk on and off throughout your trip. And for more details on that and other Las Vegas must-dos, make sure you check out our other video on Las Vegas right up here too.
You can, of course, bring your own car or rent a car, and parking is $18 per day for guests of Mandalay Bay. We don't recommend if you're doing a lot of activities on
the Strip.
Yeah, on the Strip. You don't really need a car. We Ubered a lot, but if we had a car and we had to figure out where to park, I would have probably pulled my hair out. If you're hoping to do some hiking or things like that, having your own car, renting your own car is probably necessary.
Yeah.
You definitely need it to get to some of those outside of the city activities.
And of course you have Uber and Lyft as your options too. Make sure you install both apps on your phone so you can compare the pricing for each one.
Yeah,
we
there was a big difference.
Yeah, we did see them fluctuate. There wasn't always Uber that had the cheaper rates. It wasn't always Lyft. It varied throughout the day.
Every hotel has its own Uber or Lyft pickup area, so make sure you check in with the concierge if you can't find that, or someone at the front desk if you can't find that area, because you can't just stand outside of the hotel and wait for your Uber. They probably won't find you.
The pickup location that we used was as you're walking in through the main entrance of Mandalay Bay, you'll make a left past the FedEx office. You'll see there's a sign right next to the escalators that point you downstairs, and that's where the pickup and drop off area is. Our first impressions of Mandalay Bay, it really felt like they were going for a more grand vibe. It was like a blend of beach vibes, but a little bit more elevated. The lobby area was very clean, very elegant. Alex is our resident smell expert.
Yeah, the smell was good. They wanted you to feel like you were on a vacation in somewhere tropical, but it wasn't too coconutty. So if you're not a coconut fan, don't worry. It was nice and clean smelling. We mentioned in our must-dos video that lots of the hotels on the Las Vegas Strip allow smoking in their casinos, but we didn't notice a big smoke smell in Mandalay Bay, especially if you're sticking to the hotel section and not the casino. We didn't smell smoke anywhere except for the casino. I don't know how they're doing that, but they did it.
Yeah, because the casino is like right there, like a little bit away.
I think because it was so big, maybe the smell just didn't carry, but I felt really good that we weren't like breathing in a bunch of smoke every time we walked through the lobby. We did hear check-in lines can be long at your hotel on this Las Vegas Strip.
Right.
Mandalay Bay was no exception for us. We did wait about 30 minutes to check in on our first day. We actually had to wait in that line a couple of times.
We got locked out of our room.
So we had some adventures.
Yeah.
If you need to go to the bathroom or something right when you get to the hotel and you're like, I'm gonna wait till I get to my room, maybe don't. Maybe you stop at the lobby bathroom so you don't have to like think about that while you're not. There was also an app.
So bonus tip, so download the Mandalay Bay app. I was able to use that for our room key, and that worked just fine too. It was also how we requested housekeeping and kept up with the hours, the pool hours, different restaurant options at Mandalay Bay. So recommend doing that.
Yeah, definitely recommend doing that, especially for, like you said, housekeeping requests. You don't want to have to wait 30 minutes every time you want an extra towel.
We stayed in a standard resort 2-queen room, and we had a pool view from our room. It was about 550 square feet, so it really did feel like we had plenty of space, especially compared to some of the hotels closer to the the center of the Las Vegas Strip that are about 350 or 450 square feet to start with. So we thought that was a good option, a good size for us.
As soon as you walk in, you have a full-length mirror, desk and work area, 42-inch LED TV, seating area, and plenty of lamps and floor-to-ceiling windows, so there was lots of light in this room. Each room is stocked with a coffee maker, mini bar, and snack tray. Note that each of these are sensory activated, so don't move anything around, pick anything up, or even use the refrigerator.
Or else you'll have a nice surprise on your bed.
Nothing is cheap, so keep that in mind. We had a nice view past the south end of the Strip, a view of Mandalay Bay beach and pool areas. We also were able to see part of the runway from the airport.
Cool.
The decor was pretty minimal here. They used more natural wood and stone decor, which can be seen on the walls and the furniture. The beds and the pillows were very, very comfortable. There was blackout curtains, which is important in Vegas because the second you wake up, it's super bright. There were 2 lighted closets with an ironing board and a safe. The bathroom was really spacious. It had twin vanities and a large mirror, a bathtub, shower, and water closet. And with the marble flooring, you can tell they're trying to make this more elegant and high-end. The shower pressure was good. What'd you say?
Yeah, I would say the bathroom as a whole was pretty solid. There's nothing really outstanding. There was nothing really outstanding.
Hold on. I think it was outstanding, especially because we had a friend staying at New York, and we also had friends staying at the Flamingo, and compared to those other Strip hotels, our bathroom was like very luxurious.
Maybe I'm a bathroom diva.
We could maybe fit 2 of their bathrooms in our bathroom. So the separate water closet was really nice, and having those 2 sinks, a lot of times you just have one. Overall, the room was really clean. We had plenty of space, and the beds were really comfy, so I don't think we had a lot of complaints.
Yeah, I thought the room overall was great. Mandalay Bay Beach is the main attraction at Mandalay Bay. There is a huge wave pool, you have a lazy river, a whirlpool, and several other pools and cabanas in the area.
If you want an inner tube for the lazy river, we would recommend bringing your own. If you buy one from the hotel, it's going to be about $30. So we recommend buying your own. We actually got one from Amazon and left it obviously deflated in our suitcase. So we'll leave a link for that in the description of this video in case you want to grab that one.
You'll also see pools for the Delano and the Four Seasons in that same area. All guests share the beach area and the lazy river, but there's some of those pools are reserved exclusively for those Delano and Four Seasons guests, so just be aware of that. There's also the Maria Beach Club, which is an adult upscale day club experience where you must be 21 and up to enter. This is because it was a top optional area. They provide cushion lounges, day beds, and a heated pool.
Overall, the beach was a pretty good time. It did have sand, which was nice, but also there wasn't a lot of places to wash that sand off your feet before going back in the hotel. So we did have like sandy paws walking through the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah, that would be our only critiques is that maybe make it more clear where the water stations are to wash your feet off. And it did feel like they really tried to cram as many chairs as possible in the beach area, which thankfully when we went, it was never like super crowded with people, but it just felt a little uncomfortable that your chair was touching the next chair and the next chair and the next chair. It's like you really didn't have a lot of room for yourself unless you took over a couple different chairs, but it just wasn't the most comfortable. I
will say too, we put our towels on a chair once while we went into the pool, and they were taken because people thought they were dirty. They were cleaning them up. So if you go, I would recommend, and we'll put a link for this too, maybe in our Amazon list, but like one of those pouches for your phone, so you can put it like so it doesn't get wet. I would just keep anything that you're taking with you. They were going around all the time like cleaning stuff up, and so something that's important to you like your phone or your wallet, I would maybe keep with you in one of those water safe pouches.
Yeah.
That was another pro tip. Cool pro tip.
But yeah, overall it was a really nice complex, a really big, plenty of space for a lot of people,
and a lot of fun with the wave pool and the lazy river.
Yeah, I could see, especially if you have kids and a family. I think that's a great option for you too.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the gym. So we didn't get to record inside the gym because there were actually a lot of people using the machines there, and I didn't want to get up in anyone's faces recording. But they did have plenty of cardio equipment. They had free weights, some dumbbells, bench, and some yoga mats. Overall, I will say the gym was a little underwhelming. It was just a pretty small gym compared to the rest of the hotel, how big the rest of the hotel was. And it felt a little bit dated. So yeah, it just felt small, and it left me wanting a little bit more.
But there's a little bit more to talk about in a second.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next we're going to talk about the spa and the salon. So this was located on the bottom level near the exit to get to the pool area. So watch out for that sand, like I mentioned before, because we definitely tracked it through. They did also have a salon with haircut, waxing, makeup services. And they had inside the spa area, they had a whole other gym with equipment that was like just for the people that had spa services booked.
Right. So if you are underwhelmed by the main gym area, Mandalay Bay, you do have another option in the spa area. You can only use it if you have already booked a spa service.
And you can use it the whole day. So
right.
if my spa service was at 1, I think, and I would have been able to go in the morning and use that basically at 9 a.m. for the rest of the day.
But we didn't know about it at all going into the hotel. It really did feel like a secret that they had that second gym.
When you walked into the spa area, there was the main area with the gym, but then it split up into men and women. The women's section had several locker rooms, lobby with like snacks and coffee and tea, and then a whole section of relaxation pools. There were 4 pools, 2 warm pools, 1 hot pool, and a cold plunge. All of those I was able to use the full day of my spa service. So that was something else that was like, obviously it was very private because it was just people that were visiting the spa. So there was less than 10 people there the entire time I was there. It made up for maybe if you thought the massage was kind of overpriced, the amenities in the spa made up for that.
That's true. It is like a luxury experience.
Yeah.
And your massage, was it good?
My massage was good. It was, yes. My massage was good. I had a friend who went as well, and she said it was the best massage she's ever had. Mine was good. I had a talkative masseuse, which I had never had before. So I learned a lot about Vegas, but I also didn't necessarily relax. So, I mean, so-so.
Of course, like almost every other hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, Mandalay Bay does also have a casino and a sports book. The casino floor was huge, so they had over 1,200 slots and video poker machines and plenty of table options. They also have a BetMGM Sportsbook, and this place actually looked pretty cool. It looked like a great space to watch the games and keep up with your bets. It consisted of 17 large screen TVs, and there was plenty of seating available. So I'm definitely not much of a sports bettor, but I was there and I was like, I would come here and place a few bets for fun and watch on NFL Sunday some of these games. Like I could see that being a really fun experience.
There are so many dining options, we won't mention all of them, but here are a couple of highlights. There are plenty of sit-down restaurants off of the casino floor, so there are 3 celebrity chef restaurants, Orla and Strip Steak, a Mediterranean restaurant, and a steakhouse by Michael Mina. And then there was a French and Italian cuisine restaurant from Alain Ducasse.
There's also a Starbucks where most of these restaurants are, just off of the casino floor. And also a pro tip, there's a second Starbucks on the way to the aquarium by the food hall area over there too.
Food hall had like a lot more...
Much more casual, like if you're just looking for a quick bite. You did have your main sit-down restaurants that were a little bit more elevated experiences right next to the casino floor. And then a little bit of a walk away, you had your food hall and more casual options there.
Prices in Vegas, as we mentioned before, are inflated. That doesn't mean Mandalay Bay is not exempt from that, but I will say my friend and I were able to get chicken strips at the to-go window, and it was like, I think it was like $18, but we split them and we still didn't eat them all. So the portions are large at most of the restaurants that we tried here.
Was that the same to-go window as a Dole Whip?
Yes.
So, another pro tip, if you're a Disney adult, You can also find Dole Whips at the Libertine to Go window, which we were quite surprised because we love Dole Whips.
Yeah, and it would have been awesome to have a Dole Whip like out by the pool. We unfortunately didn't see this in time. We saw Dole Whips on like the last day, but it would have been great to like get a Dole Whip and head out to the pool since it was so close by.
Yeah, and while we have your attention, if you're a Disney adult, make sure you check out Alex's t-shirt company, Most Magical Printing Co. for theme park inspired apparel. And the last thing we'll mention as a highlight is the Skyfall Lounge. So this is a rooftop bar on the 64th floor of the Delano Hotel. Probably would want to make a reservation or check that out before you go. Something really cool about Mandalay Bay that is probably pretty unique to this hotel is that you can find a shark reef aquarium there. So this is an aquarium accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. This aquarium houses more than 2,000 species, including sea turtles, octopus, and sharks. It's really a great option for the whole family. It's open daily from 10 to 8 p.m. and tickets start at about $30. You can even add on stingray feedings and shark feedings to your ticket.
Yeah, this is definitely unique to Mandalay Bay. I mean, where else can you find an aquarium in the middle of the desert? In a hotel. So I know that my parents were visiting at the same time and they were very envious because they were staying at the Flamingo. The Flamingo has a garden that there are some flamingos that live out there, and they were just a little bit jealous that we had like a whole aquarium instead.
Another great entertainment option is Michael Jackson 1. This is a show by Cirque du Soleil. So it's acrobatics, dancing, gymnastics, and visuals set to Michael Jackson's music.
If you like Michael Jackson, if you like his music, this is probably the Cirque show for you.
Yeah, check that out. And last but not least is the newest entertainment option, and that is Swingers. So this is 21 and up indoor golf. It just opened in November 2024, and it's on the way to the Delano from Mandalay Bay. So it's about $30 to $35 depending on the day for 9 holes of crazy golf.
We're not sure how crazy it gets. I'm sure it's fun.
We do have something similar here in Nashville, so if it's anything like that,
I think sometimes activities like that are really fun. If you have a group with you, adult arcades or like grown-up mini golf, it's just like kind of a fun thing to get outside of your comfort zone and do with your friends.
But again, it's like so many options, like the Cirque show, Swingers, the aquarium. You really have a lot to do just within your hotel resort complex that, I mean, yeah, checking out the strip and doing all those things in Las Vegas is cool, but you don't have to, like, if you want to be more secluded to that area.
Yep. You could literally never leave the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and you would still have a great trip.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've covered just about everything with Mandalay Bay. We've gone
a lot of info.
Right. So I think we're ready for our final thoughts on what we thought, pros and cons, and whether or not we would stay here again.
Like I said before, reminder, this is not sponsored, so these are our honest opinions. These are our real pros and cons that we came up with on our trip. 4 days, 4 nights. We experienced a lot of the amenities. Of course, not everything, but here's our pros and cons. Feels like you're getting more of an upscale hotel at a friendlier budget, which can be really helpful. Vegas is very expensive. If you want to save a little bit of money, the Mandalay Bay is a hotel that you don't even feel like you're saving money because once you walk in, it feels like a luxury experience.
Definitely. I would say maybe like the Cosmo is a good comparable hotel that's definitely more upscale, more luxurious. I would say Mandalay Bay, maybe it isn't quite the Cosmo as far as experience goes, but it really does try to get there. And
so much space. I mean, I think that was something that was unique to Mandalay Bay. It all felt very spacious inside. Of course, Caesar's Palace, things like that, those are all big hotels. But the Mandalay Bay just felt like you had room to breathe.
Some other pros are that you have plenty of food options, plenty of diversity when it comes to food and drinks. Mandalay Bay Beach, of course, is a pro. I mean, there's plenty of hotels with pools, but not many that have a wave pool and the lazy river and the sand and the large casino floor and the Sportsbook.
Cons. It's a little bit far away from the main areas of the strip. So it did require a bit of planning to get to the middle of the strip or all the way to the other end of the strip.
Also, the spa was a little bit more on the expensive side. Just watch out for that.
And the gym was underwhelming.
The gym was mid.
And the gym was mid. We would like to see them revamp the gym, especially because there's a lot of conferences and things that come through.
Right.
So if you're coming to Vegas for a work trip, you might want to spend some time at the gym, keep up with your normal routine, and that would be really hard to do at a busy hotel like the Mandalay Bay with the size of gym they have. We would have liked to see something more like the spa gym available to all of the hotel guests.
Exactly. So that being said, this hotel is for you if you are okay with being a little bit further away from the action.
If you want a little bit of space from the craziness of the Strip, but you still want to be able to access those things when you want to, Mandalay Bay is a good option for that. This would be really great for families. So if you're coming with your children, Mandalay Bay has basically a mini water park that would be great for kids.
The aquarium, the surf show that are also good options for your kids too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the last group of people we would say this is for is if you've already been to the Las Vegas Strip and done kind of a lot of the key things that there are to do over there.
If this is your first time to Las Vegas, this might not be the best hotel for you. If you want to be in the action of the Strip, if you want to be checking out multiple shows in one night or something crazy, this might not be the right hotel, especially if it's your first time. We have some other tips on if it's your first time.
Yeah, we have some other tips, so make sure you check out that video on our channel as well for Las Vegas must-dos for your first time.
Yeah, for that video, before we went, we looked at all of these lists of must-dos that people recommended, and then the video covers if we would recommend you must do them or if they're a must-don't.
Yeah, must do or must don't.
Yeah. So would we stay here again?
I would say we would stay here again, but perhaps it wouldn't be our first choice.
Yeah, I think the Mandalay Bay is a really solid hotel, but we might like to try something a little bit different for our next trip. Something a little closer, just because we spent a lot of time in transportation trying to get from place to place.
Yeah.
And a lot of money on Ubers that we could have saved money on if we were somewhere more central to the Strip. Some of those that we were checking out for next time that are more in the center were like the Paris Hotel.
Yeah, if you watch our other video, you know that we are interested in the Park MGM.
But all in all, I would say Mandalay Bay is a great hotel. It's a good value for money. Everything was really clean, so that was something I was really looking for. We've never been to Vegas. We don't know what it's like. So I was afraid.
The room was definitely roomy.
Yeah, overall it's a good value for money and it's a solid choice. It might not be best for first timers, but all in all good.
You won't have a bad time.
Yeah. Alright, so that was a lot.
Yeah, we did say there was going to be a lot to cover with this hotel review of Mandalay Bay. We hope you found this video helpful as you're planning your next trip to Las Vegas. So if you did, please hit that like button and
subscribe to our channel for more travel tips, travel videos, hotel reviews throughout the world. And if you've stayed at Mandalay Bay, let us know your experience in the comments below. Or if you have another favorite hotel in Vegas, please let us know so we can check it out next time. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time. Bye.